It just keeps wangling around like a maniac.
Can you not? Oh, for God's sake.
I'm out.
I'm out as well.
I was building a mod list for my Space Engineers server I'll be hosting over the summer, and whilst doing so I came across the Aerodynamics mod. And this gave me a really good idea. Nearly 2 years ago, me and a bunch of friends did a challenge where we built World War II planes and battled it out in a number of dogfights like you're seeing in the background here. Back then we were inexperienced, we didn't really know what we were doing, and due to the way Space Engineers works, the planes didn't fly very well as real life planes glide and Space Engineers planes don't. So today we can fix at least one of those things using the Aerodynamics mod. So I've gathered the same friends from those dogfights to see how we on our planes fare today. So here we have the planes. First of all, we have the Zero, which is built by me, Zero. Theming's on point, based on the Japanese plane of the same name. Next we have Florius. Speaking of theming, what's this plane, Florius?
Yeah, this is a plane that can fly. This yellow is black. It can shoot.
What's it based on?
A plane.
Was it an Austrian plane? Do I need to redo this segment? We can't redo every segment, Florius. We can't redo more of the video. Sai, what's this?
It's meant to be a Spitfire, but I don't actually know what a Spitfire looks like.
That's fine. I mean, this doesn't look anything like a Spitfire. It looks quite nice. It's very aesthetic, but it's not a Spitfire, is it?
You don't know. You're not a Spitfire, are you?
Delta, I see you're dancing away on your plane. What plane is this supposed to be?
This is an F6F Hellcat.
It's definitely very colourful. Is the Hellcat actually these colours? I feel like this wouldn't be a very stealthy World War II plane.
Well, they painted it that colour because the sea is blue, so it camouflaged on the
Ah, yes. The well-known fact that the sea is blue. Right, Florius, what plane is this?
Oh, good that he asked me. First time.
Yes, first time. Yes, what plane is it, Florius? It's an Austrian plane, isn't it? Because it's theming. As I said theming a minute ago.
Ah, yes, it's a World War II German warplane that I made 2 years ago that I can't remember the name of.
Right, so it was 2 years since you've flown all these planes, right? Not 5 minutes when you had to rebuild them all because you didn't have the blueprints. We're going to do a quick flight, so obviously this is without the Aerodynamics mods. I want you guys to remind yourself how these fly in vanilla Space Engineers, alright? So get in your planes, let's go. Let's do a little... How are you finding this, Delts?
It's a bit nippy than I last remember. Certainly very hard to angle.
But you can stay in the air a little bit, can't you? Unless you get out. What the hell? Delta, get back in! Sai is currently struggling to take off in his plane.
That worked.
I mean, it's flying, I guess. How is it to fly?
It's like bread through soup.
If I seem to remember, Florius, you have to point your flame directly upwards, don't you, to fly?
Yeah, it works
Like this.
pretty well. I mean, isn't this the perfect plane?
It works exactly like a plane does in real life. You just point the nose directly up in the sky, and then you fly, right?
Yeah, and it even lands as well.
Oh god. Oh god. Stay on target. Oh no!
Can't help you here.
That was an
Can't
amazing
help
shot.
you here. See? Perfect landing.
Now that everyone has tested their plane in vanilla, it's now time to try our planes with the Aerodynamics mod. So now we have the mod on. Here we have the Zero. If you hold out a block in your hand, you'll see that there is a yellow cross and a purple cross. The purple cross is the center of mass, I believe. Obviously, someone will correct me in the comments wherever I am. Then we have the yellow cross, which is center of lift. So obviously, you can see the center of lift is in front of the center of mass. Now, if I've learned one thing from Kerbal Space Program, that's awful. That's a terrible thing to do. So I'm going to see how this thing flies. And whilst I'm doing that, why don't you guys get your ships out, and then you can look at where your center of masses is. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to let go of the mouse. I'm going to show you. This is what happens when your center of lift is in the wrong place. And ooh, it's very difficult to fly at the moment. I am currently pressing nothing but forward, and I'm spinning around in a circle. Right, Sai, how is yours?
It's not terrible. It's not great though.
So, Florius, you're the only engineer here. Where does the center of lift need to be compared to the center of mass?
Same space, something like that.
So it needs to be the same place. According to our official engineer, it needs to be the same place. So comment section, if I'm wrong, tag Florius, not me. So you need to move your center of lift a little bit back. Do you want to have a little test flight? Sai is continuing to struggle taking off with their plane.
I can't lift up.
Florius, how's the center of lift on your ship?
It's surprisingly close to each other. I think that could actually work out.
So it turns out my plane is actually the worst one, even though I won the competition last time. Is that what you're saying? What happens if your center of lift is below the center of mass, resident engineer?
Cool spins will happen, but you know, we'll find out.
Okay, do you want to have a go? Do you want to be more successful than Sai's for test flight?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, well, you're in the sky. How's it to fly? Is it any better?
It is actually not too bad. It's kind of weird. It is hard to get off, but once you're in the sky, I guess it's okay.
Delta, how is the center of lift compared to the center of mass on your plane?
Mine It's very close. But
How? How are all your planes better than mine?
You didn't actually make a plane. You made a spaceship.
How's yours to fly?
It's really fast. It feels like more like a rocket than a fighter.
I'd like to point out the heat is disabled. For some reason, it is still appearing if Delta goes too fast.
Yeah. I could just turn into a freaking comet.
Yours actually works really well. Yours is so much better than Psi's, and you've gotten out of the cockpit again. Yours is so much better than Psi's and Florius's. So we've had a look at everyone's planes. Obviously, some are better than others. Obviously, mine is clearly the worst. How about we make some changes to our planes to make them work better with the aerodynamics mod? So this is my original Zero. Obviously, you can see the lift is quite far forward, which is what was causing the spinning. And what I've done to solve that on this version, I've moved the wings back, as you can see. I've pulled them back 4 blocks. I've removed all the batteries to the front of this one to pull the center of mass forward. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this should make it a bit better. I'm just going to give it a test flight. So here you go. This is much better by default. I've got much more of a flyable plane. I also have replaced the weapons with autocannons, which are my personal favorite weapons in the game. Right, Psi, what changes have you made to your plane? It looks very similar.
Yeah, I decided the wings kept blowing up, so we just make the front of the wings heavier, because that brings my center of mass forward. And then, if you look at these wings, I raised up my fins by a whole block.
Wow. And you are like pretty much spot on now. Like you're a little bit out, but like almost perfect. Florius, what changes have you made? I think I can see a change already.
The most important thing I did add was a lot of guns.
Yes, I saw that, yeah. What's the idea behind having backwards railguns?
Oh, you know, dogfighting, yeah, it's not that of a problem anymore if you shoot backwards. You cheat.
Delta, your ship was perfect last time, and I think you've only made it more perfect.
So I made only a few additions. So the back wheels got changed from 1x1 to 3x3 because for some reason 1x1 wouldn't actually stop.
It's like having a little buggy now, isn't it? It's more of a car than a plane. Right, the bit you've all been waiting for. Now that all of our planes are ready, let's do some dogfights. The first round is me and my Zero versus Florius in his big German plane. Let's go.
But you can see those railguns go off.
Ooh!
What the
Ooh.
Oh! Florius, you have one wing.
This is so stupid. This is no dogfighting.
This is much better than last time.
Yeah, it's still so
It
bad.
looks amazing.
I've only got one. Oh, I'm dead. There you go, you win.
Oh.
If you can call that a victory. Okay, I don't think you can win by colliding into my ship. I don't think that's how it works. But you know, whatever. And now Delta in her flaming Hellcat versus Psi in his very questionable Spitfire. Don't do a me and Florius and crash into each other, yeah? Whoa.
Whee! It's impossible. I can't, like...
Oh, Delta is so maneuverable. What the hell?
I just can't fight this maneuverability.
Delta has built a normal space engineer spaceship rather than a plane. Oh, he dead?
Oh, I'm dead.
There you go, perfect. Delta, I think you might win this, I'm going to be honest. And now we have a Taylor's Old of Time, Delta versus the Goliath.
Where is he?
Oh, there was the railguns. Florius, are you having power problems? Oh, Delta is out.
Ah!
I think I'm going to call that a tie because you kind of both hit the ground on the same time.
I'm fine. I'm fine with the draw.
And here's a few minutes of me bullying Psi for his plane being absolutely awful to fly.
My ship is, like, not flying properly. It feels like I'm doing something wrong, you know?
I don't think you're hitting, I think it's a problem, because I don't think I've taken any damage so far.
Where are you?
Right next to you. The problem is when you get close, I stop thrusting because it's impossible to hit you.
Wow, I'm out of my cockpit.
Hey, 0-1.
Right, me versus Delta. Oh.
Good.
So fast. Where have you gone?
Delta, for f***'s sake. Let's see that again, shall we? Delta, for f***'s sake.
Delta died.
Well, I'll take that. That means Delta's got 2 ties, which means they've only won 1 game overall. Wait, that means I've only won 1 game.
Does anyone wanna see
Wait, Florius has only won 1 game. Did you win the... Yeah, you won your first one. Then you had a draw, didn't you, against Delta?
Yeah.
Delta drew against me. I won against Psi. Delta won against Psi. So that means you got... If you win against Psi, you win, Florius. And now, the final round, Florius versus Psi. Let's see if Psi can finally get a win. I feel like it's the plane that's the problem, not the weaponry.
It just keeps wangling around like a maniac.
Can you not? Oh, for God's sake.
I'm out.
I'm out as well.
So everyone but Psi won one round. Right, there is only one way to settle this then, isn't there? One way indeed. We decided that the winner would be decided in a battle royale. All 4 of us against each other at the same time. Right, the final round. Everyone versus everyone. Remember, it's all to win apart from Psi, who literally can't win. He can only draw.
That's true.
Florius, go. Psi, go. Delta, go. Myself, go. Oh, I broke my ship. 3, 2. Don't forget we're all going for Florius. 1. Go. Remember, no ramming. If you ram, you're out.
Oh my god! I turned into a comet.
We should just rename your plane the Comet.
You're both going for me. No.
You just
He's
I'm just
bullying.
like flying. I'm just flying around, hoping that no one comes up behind me.
Florius, it's railgun time.
Oh my god!
Nearly. Whoa, Delta.
Jesus Christ!
Who's shooting me?
Florius, why can you still fly?
Stop shooting me. Stop being...
I've hit you so many times.
A new contender has entered the field.
Is that a railgun that just flew past me?
Yeah.
He broke my propeller with the railgun, I think.
Guys.
How are you still alive, Florius?
Florius, your plane is bullshit.
How is it that this much damage has to be done?
Where's your plane, Florius? Which one is it?
How is it that this much has to be done?
Maybe I built the wrong...
Honestly, I can't believe this was still flying. Oh, never mind, it's not going to fly now. And the only damage I took was when I crashed into Florius at the end. Right, so I won, of course. You know, but this being my YouTube channel, it wasn't rigged whatsoever, was it, Florius?
Yeah.
Now, would you guys say this was better or worse than when we did it last time?
I think it's better. The plane's feel a lot more maneuverable.
Psi? This might be horribly edited out, but Psi had a horrible time getting his plane to fly.
It would not fly. It wouldn't go anywhere. It was beautiful.
Florius, I think you definitely had the best plane.
I don't know, it just didn't die. I don't know why.
Like a million holes, like the Swiss cheese plane. Any final thoughts, you guys?
Don't fly a plane.
And with that, I'll be uploading the unedited fights to my second channel, along with some bonus content that didn't make the final cut of the video. And if you want to see more content like this, like and subscribe to let me know.